Cam, short and sharp, how does that one rate as one of the best wins in your career?
Yeah, it's obviously pretty high. So had an awesome battle with Shane, and we're attacking the whole race. So yeah, absolutely awesome afternoon. We detuned her this morning, and we tuned her back up for the last race.
How hard was that to hold him off?
It wasn't easy, but I just placed the car in all the right spots and just hoped that he would, burn his tyres up in the process. And I was just counting down the laps until Will got in on the action as well. So I saw him closing the gap, and yeah, from that point on, I probably did enough, I guess, to cook his tyres and stay in front.
The safety car situation, run us through what you knew. Did you know, were they saying push, 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 or what was it like?
Well, obviously saw Macaulay's car stopped, and the safety car boards pretty well come out at the pit entry. Shane decided to go in. I hadn't heard anything, so I just decided to press on, and obviously got past the safety car and attacked on that in lap, and I think that was probably what gave me the lead. So just a bit of luck, I suppose, to stay out and push that extra lap.
And from where you were last week to getting 2 wins this weekend, I mean, is there a sense of relief? I mean, is it justification for how much sleep no one got this week? What's the feeling after 2 wins this weekend? Yeah,
obviously it's a massive relief. The car's totally different to what it was last week and does a lot of things totally different. So the boys have definitely influenced what we were struggling with last week. I think now we just need to take a bit of time to work out what we did and go through all the data, and there could be a few things that we did wrong this weekend even. So we obviously detuned it this morning's race. There's still a lot to learn with the new car.
How much credit do you give to the car, and did you change the way you drove this weekend, knowing you got lapped last week?
The car made it a lot easier for me this weekend for sure. So it did a lot of things very different to what it did last week. And our outright pace probably wasn't too bad last week, but just the tyre deg was appalling. So we did a really great job to pinpoint what that was, and we definitely influenced it, which was nice. So massive relief.
And you were talking on broadcast before about the championship. It's not over until it's over. You're still hunting that championship?
Well, I did say to the boys, before this weekend, let's have a big swing in it, because we were 5th and we weren't really making any inroads. And to win the championship, you need a very fast car, and obviously that's what Shane's had. They've done a really good job of obviously engineering it and driving it and all the pit stops. But our thing that we were lacking was a fast car. So we took a swing in it this weekend, and I think we influenced a few things. So for us, it's all about trying to have a fast race car, qualify up the front, and hopefully we can have a few more cool battles with Shane. And you never know when you might have a bit of bad luck.
And question I've got here from Simon at Speed Cafe. Did you rewatch the earlier race and see how Jamie was attacking Shane, or how he was driving next to Shane at all?
No, not at all.
Cool. And another one from Connor at Speed Cafe. Was there any worry about clipping the wall in the burnout?
I didn't really know where I was, but Will did it pretty cool a few years ago, so it must be a car 6 thing, but I didn't tear the wing off it like Will did, so I'm already in front of Will. The boys got the slabs.
Yeah. I owed him a few slabs.
Another question from Connor. Who does a better on-track celebration, you or SVG?
Well, I don't think that's for us to decide. Maybe a fan vote.
And last one for Cam from Connor. Despite what the standings say, do you feel like you've probably been Shane's biggest rival threat this year?
Yeah, I think so. I think we've had a bit of bad luck. We probably should have been a little bit further up the order. We've had a couple of probably bad rounds from genuine pace, but we've had a lot of rounds where we've been able to go head-to-head with Shane. So I think, I've had some pretty cool battles with Shane this year. Haven't really seen anyone else be able to do that yet. So, probably am.
Alrighty, I'll leave it there. I'll move on to Shane. Shane, run us through the battle. Was there a chance? Run us through your view of things. Where could you have got him?
Oh, as I said earlier, he put the car in the right spots and defended until my tyres got hot. But yeah, there's guys in the field you can trust and guys you can't. had yesterday at the last corner, a couple of incidents. One was sort of my fault, and the other one, someone turned in like I wasn't even there, and did the same to Cam, and he gave it up earlier. And then in that one, he knew it was still time to fight, and you can go side by side with someone like that. And it's just an awesome race. Like I give him the thumbs up down the straight, and I didn't see it at the time, but I seen on TV he gave it back. Like it was cool fun. Like you just, coming second is never that good, but when you do it after a battle like that, it's pretty cool. But the safety car was a bit gutting. Like I come around 11 and saw the guy at the last corner have the board start to come out, so I ducked in, which is normally the right thing to do. And then as I come out onto the front straight, the safety car's sitting there with the yellow lights on, which is in the middle of turn one, which is incorrect. So that was a little bit of a shame, but we wouldn't have had the battle if that didn't happen. So anyway.
Yeah, and I guess from the time where Cam took the lead and you were back in third, did you know you still had the tyres and you were still right in there?
Yeah. Passed for second easy, and then I knew that the battle was on, so just drove up to him slowly, trying to save the tyres, and then once there was 10 laps to go, pushed up to him and had a crack, but couldn't quite get there.
We saw it earlier with Jamie that there was absolutely no give. It was a great race between you guys. Is the position you're in at the moment with the championship, does that give you the luxury to always go for the win, or are you thinking...
Does it look like I'm thinking about championship?
It doesn't.
I'm trying to win every race.
Exactly, and is that what you're doing every single race from here on in, is always is to get on the top step every
100%.
race?
100%. There's a long way to go, and the lead's nowhere near 300 points, I don't think, and Bathurst is worth that. So, I'm not thinking about it at all. I want to win every race.
All right, and I've got a question here from Connor for Shane. You mentioned, I don't think the boss will tell me off after that race, after the first one. What did Roland have to say after the battle with Jamie?
Quite a lot.
Any elaboration?
No.
All I need there. Thank you, Shane. I'll move on to Will. Will, happy with third today?
Yes and no. Happy because the guys in my car have worked really hard the last few weeks. It's been a real battle. We haven't really been off the second row in qualifying. We've got good one lap speed, but the races have certainly been challenging. We've had strengths at times, particularly over long stints last weekend. It's been frustrating. So I've just got to thank them, because we've never thrown more changes at both cars over the course of the 2 weekends. So it's been good in a way where we've learned a lot. Certainly got some weaknesses. We've got a lot of strengths in our package, and it's all about just trying to understand it. So I've just trying to do a better job myself. So been trying really hard. It's been a battle at times, and to give them a trophy as a thank you for the hard work. But the race could have certainly been different, I feel, without the safety car, so a bit disappointed as well.
And before the safety car, were you guys thinking you're in a great position to kind of challenge at the front?
Yeah, definitely. I lost, 6-7 seconds behind the safety car. We should have been a long way up the road if there was, with the undercut that had worked really well. So obviously I'd cruised behind the safety car, the green lights weren't on. I was down in first, second gear, Shane and I. So it was obviously probably lost a good 6-7 seconds there, which was disappointing. But it's the way it goes. There hasn't been any safety cars lately, so the one race we had a bit of a crack and went early, took a bit of a punt. I think it could have worked well, because as we saw at the end, my tyres were quite a lot older, but we still had good pace. So just thank you to the team, who's certainly done a great job with the car today.
Watching what was going on in front of you, was there ever a moment where you thought, I should dive here? These guys are going on with their own thing?
No, I couldn't. I wasn't in a position to. I was obviously trying to just stay close if something happened. I could see it was a good battle, which I was happy about. The show, putting on a good show for everyone tuning in and watching. See cheering, Cam on, all the Ford fans. It's been a little bit of a dry spell, so it would certainly look like a cool battle, good fair battle, and but I was certainly just trying to get in amongst it if anything happened between the two of them. So I was pushing flat out to the end, and it was, car was really good.
And for yourself, how desperate are you for that win?
Oh, desperate's not the word. Just got to do a better job, really, at the end of the day. So, playing the year as I do, I'm expecting more out of myself. The team's so exceptional, so just trying to do my bit to raise my game. So I feel like I'm quick, but just got to do a bit of better job in a few areas. But it'll come, just playing it smart when we don't quite have the pace to attack at times in the race. And when we get there, we'll certainly do what we've got to do to stand on the top step.
Alrighty, last question from me before I open it up for all three. I'll start with Shane, then Cam, then Will. Your thoughts on QR being the next potential round?
Yeah, like it's the answer to go racing. Like speaking with the FPR guys yesterday, you'd love to go and do a race in Melbourne. Like, be really good to go to Winton or whatever. And you know, those guys have really had a rough run the last year or so. But you know, Melbourne keeps getting all the cases, so it's tough for those guys especially. But you know, I just hope we can get all the races in that we got scheduled. But yeah, it's a tough one.
Cam?
Yeah, I'd love to race in Vic, but whatever we have to do to keep racing, that's the priority. So yeah, we'll race wherever they take us.
Will?
Yeah. I mean, hopefully we get to Winton for sure. Really looking forward to racing down there. I think our car will be good there, but obviously we want to get down to Victoria. So, but if we've got to get to Ipswich to get a race in, so be it. But we'll see what the next few weeks brings. But yeah, definitely want to get down to Victoria. It's just, I suppose we've just got to wait and see, don't we?
Alrighty, on that, I'll open it up. 2 questions. Fraser?
Just start left to right. Shane, how would you sum up your team's performance over the past 2 weekends up here?
Yeah, obviously last week was epic. Like, our cars were really good, and as we knew, everyone would step up, have a big think about it during the week, and they did. The track was very different this week, a lot slower and a lot different for some reason. But our cars were really good. Yesterday in quali we didn't quite get it right, but in racing I was fast, and then today we were pretty quick as well. So yeah, I think as a team we did a pretty good job both weekends. It was pretty cool to be a part of so many 1-2s and how stoked everyone was. Yeah, it's been a really cool fortnight.
And for you personally, 3 wins from 5, how does that make you feel?
Yeah, it's been awesome. You know, yesterday probably wasn't our best performance, or mine as well, but you know, that's what happened with a bad quali and putting yourself in a bad spot at turn 1 there. So yeah, otherwise I think we all did pretty well.
Cam, aside from winning races, is those kinds of battles that you have out there like the best part of motor racing for you?
Yeah, 100%. That's why you do it. You have cool battles on track and you want to try and come out on top. So today was really cool. But saying that, when it is the other way, it's still a lot of fun when you're having a really cool battle head to head and you don't come out on top. But luckily it went our way today.
What was the big difference with the car this weekend compared to last?
Obviously I can't really say, but a lot of things.
And Will, how would you sum up Shell V-Power's fortnight up here in Townsville?
I mean, Anton, couple of poles. Certainly been fast over a lap, but with very, very different philosophies in the car. So beneficial, certainly not probably the strongest circuit for our car, but you use that as an opportunity, right? With 2 weekends in a row at a circuit, you're struggling a bit, you use it to learn. So it's been really beneficial for us. Yeah, I think podium's pretty much most races for the team. So yeah, it's still a great effort by the team, and we know our strengths and weaknesses compared to who we're racing against. It's pretty interesting and fascinating. We certainly learned a lot the last few weeks.
And Shane, last one, having defended in the first race today, what was it like attacking Cam in that last race, like going back and forth?
Oh, you just experience what Jamie experienced. All you got to do is block for 3 laps, and the guy behind's tyres are wrecked. So he did exactly what I did. That's what happens in this game. You get that aero wash, and your front just heats up, and yeah, it's all he had to do for 3 laps, and the race was won. So it's exactly what I did.
Did Jamie give you a little quip after the race?
Sorry?
Did Jamie give you a little quip after the race?
No, I think we both enjoyed it, but yeah, obviously from the team side, yeah, probably a bit different.
Thanks, guys.
All right, congratulations, guys, and all the best.